coaching this generation's real estate superstars. Harris Real Estate University.
There's 3 issues. One is your knowledge, skills, and your track record, which becomes your personal resume. The second one is your assets minus your liabilities. How many of you currently at least invest in real estate? Probably most of you do invest in real estate, correct? Okay. So you get assets minus liabilities. That's the one we got earliest because that's the only one we could see anybody doing. And so we begin to say, okay, well, let's buy some real estate at least so that when we get these paid off in 15 or 20 years, we'll have some money coming in. And I remember we sat down and figured out, oh, $20,000 a month should be plenty. Let's buy enough that we'll have $20,000 a month coming in free and clear. And that's what we started to do. We had over 100 investment properties at one time. And then we realized that, guess what, that's not the only way you can do it. By the way, it might not even be the best way you can do it. But it was a good place to start. So I got an amen from somebody, right? Amen. So, okay, so by the way, hopefully what I love about things is when the real complex become real simple. And one of the things I love about Robert Kiyosaki stuff is when you get through reading that book, there's only 2 or 3 ways, isn't there? He doesn't give you 100 ways, there's only 2 or 3. And that's a good news, bad news thing. It's a good news because guess what? There's only 3 or 4 ways to do it. The bad news is you better pick one, at least, maybe 2. Okay, so then on the right side it says, this next one is called your financial mentors, who you determine wealth for, and your wealth determiners. And I'm going to tell you something, if I had to pick one on this whole page, the far right is by far the most important. I would have never dreamed 20 years ago that most of the wealth that we had would have come through understanding and getting fabulous wealth determining relationships. I didn't even know what the word meant, much less how to go get any. So I want to talk about that just a little bit when I get to the people part of it. But when you put these 3 together, what you actually have is freedom, agency, and you create personal power. When you can put those 3 issues together for your life, that's when you get the freedom and the personal power. Any questions or comments on that sheet? I should have warned you it's going to be like drinking from a fire hydrant, but I promise we'll get to the end. If you have questions, I'll answer them. So let's look at the next page. We got a couple of choices. It's you working for the dollars, which is what we do with our jobs, listing and selling real estate. Great, by the way, wonderful, fabulous way to create a lot of money. I love real estate as a vehicle. I think it's still one of the most awesome ways that people in America can go out and decide how much money they're worth and how much they get paid. I'm just surprised everybody doesn't do it because it's just so fabulous way to earn a living. As long as you don't see it as the end-all, end result to everything. And then the next one is dollars working for you, and that becomes our unearned income. Your financial wealth building goal should be to grow your earned income, then use that money to invest in assets that can be turned into larger and larger streams of what? Unearned or passive income.